and welcome back to the kitchen. I am Chef Keisha with Chef Keisha's Kitchen, and today we're going to make a lemon meringue pie. I can't wait to get started on this. This lemon meringue pie is so tangy, so sweet, the meringue is so fluffy, it's so delicious, and I can't wait to share this recipe with you guys. So, like we always say, let's get started. Our ingredients are 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 cups of water, 2 lemons juiced and zested, 4 egg yolks, 2 tablespoons of butter. We have our saucepan, and what we're going to do is we're going to add in our sugar, our flour, cornstarch, our salt. Okay, next we're going to stir in our water, our lemon juice, and our lemon zest. Give that a good stir. And then we're going to sit it on the stove top on medium heat. We're going to continue to stir until the mixture comes to a boil. So we're going to get our crust ready. So we're going to bake our crust first. So that our crust doesn't bubble up in the center when we bake it. You're going to take some foil, put it down in your crust, and you're going to put some beans or some rice or something down in there to hold the crust in place. This is a weight so that it holds the crust in place and it doesn't buckle in the bottom. And we're going to stick this in the oven and we're going to bake our crust for about 15 minutes. I'm going to whisk this until it comes to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, we're going to start adding our butter in. Now that you can see the bubbles coming up and it's at a boil, we're going to turn this off. And we're going to go ahead and start adding our pats of butter. I have the butter here. I'm just going to add in one at a time. Get it whisked and melted, and then I'll add the other. Okay, now I can go ahead and add the other one. Now we're going to get ready to add this to our egg yolks. So I'm going to break up my egg yolks a little bit. In this pot, I have my sugar, all-purpose flour, cornstarch, salt, water, lemon juice, and butter, and lemon zest. Okay, see how thick it is? All right, so we have our egg yolks in here, and I'll break these up. So what you want to do so these egg yolks don't cook while you're adding that hot mixture in, you want to add in just a little bit at a time, and you want to be whisking as you're adding. So you just want to add a little bit and whisk. And then a little more and whisk. And when you feel the bottom of the bowl and it's hot, then you can go ahead and add the rest of the mixture. A little bit and mix. And this process is called tempering. Fill in the bottom of my bowl. Still not hot yet. Add more. Just a little bit. And whisk. You're slowly bringing the temperature of the eggs to the temperature of your hot sugar. And you want to do this, you want to just do it slowly, because if you do it fast, like I said, the eggs will definitely cook and you will have scrambled eggs in your pie. Okay, a little bit more. This process is very important. And the egg yolk gives your pie that yellow color, so you don't have to add any dyes or anything. So your sugar mixture is not yellow, but when you add, you have a natural yellow color with the egg yolks. So my pie is hot, so I can go ahead and start adding the rest of it in. So now I can go ahead and pour the rest of my hot mixture into my egg mixture. And as you can see, I'm pouring in a nice steady stream while whisking as I pour. And we're getting it all in the bowl. Now we're going to pour all of our mixture back into the pot, and we're going to put it back on the stove top on medium, and we're going to let it continue to cook for about 3 minutes until it thickens up. As you can see here, my lemon custard has thickened up, and now it's ready to be entered into my pie shell. So we're going to make our meringue for our lemon meringue pie. I have the 4 egg yolks. I'm going to pour those in. I have my whisk attachment onto my mixing bowl. Pull this up, and as it's whipping up, we're going to be adding sugar to it. All in all, we're going to be adding 6 tablespoons of sugar. So get that going first. We're going to start slowly adding our sugar. When you see it's not yellow anymore, that's when I usually start slowly adding in my sugar. So this is the first tablespoon. The second tablespoon. 3. This is 3. 4. 5. 6. You want to whisk this until stiff peaks are formed. Let's speed this process up a little bit. You can see that? We have our stiff peak. See how stiff that is? It's not dropping off. That means it's ready. Okay, we're going to go ahead and assemble our pie. The first thing I'm going to do is take out the beans with the aluminum foil. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my lemon custard. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that down onto my pie shell. And as I'm pouring this, you're going to see really how thick this has become. And you can see here how thick that is. And as it continues to cool, because it's cooled a little bit in this pot, but as it continues to cool even more, it's going to thicken up even more. So it'll be easy to slice once you get to that point. So the next thing I am doing here is I'm going to go ahead and add my meringue on top. Now, when you're adding your meringue on top, make sure that you're pressing it down just a little bit so that you won't have any holes or gaps between the custard and the meringue. And then the next thing you need to do is also make sure that you adhere your meringue to the crust. And I'm going to tell you why that's important. You have to adhere your meringue to the crust because as this continues to cool, if you don't do that process, your meringue will pull away. It starts to shrink just a little bit, and so it will pull away from your crust. So you have to make sure, and as you can see here, I am trying to make sure that that meringue gets adhered to my crust. And continue to put my meringue down over my pie, spreading it out, making sure that it's adhered to my crust and to it so that as it's browning in the oven, those pinks will be the brownest part of the pie. And you'll see what that looks like towards the end. Okay, so right here, once again, I am making sure that as I'm spreading this out, this meringue out, that it is adhering to the pie crust. We do not want that to pull away from that crust. So we have our meringue on our pie. You have to make sure that you seal the sides. We're going to pop this in the oven and let this cook for 10 more minutes. Okay, my lemon meringue pie is out of the oven. Isn't it beautiful? Just beautiful. See how the meringue is all nice and golden and on the peaks? That's what traditional lemon meringue pie is supposed to look like. So you're going to cool your lemon meringue pie in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. And once you slice it, this is what it looks like on the inside. Now it's your turn. Go ahead and try this recipe and tell me what you think. I'll see you on the next video if the Lord say the same and the creek don't rise. Bye.